You need a lot of credits to buy the very best ships and equipment in Star Citizen, and it becomes a real grind to earn these, especially after every new patch and database wipe. So make sure you don't miss out on Star Citizen's current best moneymaker, and the best part about it is, you don't need a lot to get started. We're of course talking about selling cargo you can find from salvaging contracts. I'll show you a quick way to get the right contracts, what equipment you'll need, where you should sell the cargo, as well as a few of the tips and tricks. The first thing you need is to get access to the illegal salvaging contracts in the Personal tab. We want the illegal variants because they yield the most valuable cargo. You'll already have some low-level contracts which cost 10,000 UEC to get. While these contracts will work, the salvage claim ships tend to be quite small and have little to no cargo, which means a smaller chance of getting some really good loot. What you really want are these higher level 30k contracts, which give you access to really big ships, like the A2, which have massive cargo holds to give you the best chance of scoring an epic haul. To get access to the 30k contracts, you'll need to complete 2 of the legal salvaging contracts, one 10k and one 20k contract. If you have a vulture, this will be quite easy. If not, you can just ask in chat and find someone else running salvage contracts to go along with them. So now we've got a contract, we need a ship with a large hold to store all of that valuable cargo we'll be finding. We'll also need a multi-tool and a tractor beam attachment, and also don't forget to wear a helmet and a suit. But wait, ships with a large cargo hold are very expensive. Didn't I say at the start of this video anyone could do this? Well, that's not an issue, because for a modest fee of around 90k, you can rent a Connie for a day, which is perfect for this, as it has quite a large 96 SCU cargo hold. You can rent the Connie from various ship rental terminals, such as the one from the Microtech spaceport. The multi-tool and tractor beam can be bought in a lot of places, but the most convenient is probably the cargo centre on most major space stations. Once you're all geared up, head to the salvage claim and park up close. Use the scanner to see what's inside. Hit the V key, point to the ship, and hold your left mouse key until the scan is complete. Over on the right hand side, you'll get a readout of what's inside the ship. Now is a good time to go over the different types of cargo. Every kind of cargo can be sold, but they all sell for different amounts, and not all of it is legal. The most valuable by far are the illegal narcotic variants, so any of these are worth taking, and this is really what you should be focused on to maximise those sweet profits. Among narcotics there is one absolute gem, maize, which is worth an amazing 90k per SCU. In this case we've got 40 SCU of neon and 1 maize, all of which are illegal narcotics and quite valuable, so this cargo is definitely worth taking. If you're in doubt as to how much your cargo is worth, have a quick check over somewhere like sctradetools.com to get an idea. Now we need to move the cargo. In this case we're at an A2, so I'm trying to get my cargo bay as close to theirs to make the transfer as easy as possible. Once you're aligned, open both cargo bays and use the multi-tool to move the cargo to your ship. One really important thing when loading cargo is to remember to only stack cargo of the same type on top of each other. I'm purposely not putting my maize on top of the neon here. If you don't do this, you're likely to encounter a bug when selling the cargo later and you could lose all of it. Once you're loaded up, you can repeat this until your cargo is full. Now you're ready to sell, which is the riskiest part in my opinion, as this is when things mostly go wrong. But before we get into that, please allow me to sell myself. And can I ask you to subscribe to my channel if this video has helped you so far. When selling, I generally only take narcotics, which leaves 2 options. I'll get the best prices by selling them in the legal outpost, such as Brio's Breaker Yard at Daymar. However, this is also the most dangerous, as players can camp these locations and try and steal your cargo for themselves. A much safer option is using the No Questions Asked terminal on Crew L4. The payout will be a bit less, but it's way less risky, and is my preferred method. If you've picked up anything else you want to sell, I'd suggest heading over to SC Trade Tools to see where you can best sell it. To sell at the Crew L4 terminal, head to the Crew L4 station, stow your ship, and then head up to the Galleria. Once you're there, head left along this corridor to the locker room. Here you'll find the terminal at the back of the room where you can sell. Just like that, we've made over 290k. That's a really decent amount given the amount of time. I've had a few claims in the past where I found a full cargo hold of maize which I've sold for well over 5 million credits. Here's a few tips to help you out. If you don't have access to the 30k contract, you can still get by with the 10k ones. When you arrive at your claim, it's often worth looking out for other ships, as there'll quite often be other ones nearby you can loot. If you're lucky, you might find an A2 full of narcotics. It's always worth scanning to save time. If there's nothing valuable in the hold, abandon the contract and move on. When using the tractor beam, hold the R key to rotate the container into the correct orientation. Make sure to close your ship door when you land. It is unlikely, but someone could try and steal your ship, and you'll lose all your glorious maize. If when you're trying to sell you see this lock symbol, it means there is no demand for that item. You can just wait and try again later, or you could log into a different server and try there. Now that you've got all those credits burning a hole in your Moby-Glass, why not check out my video on the luxurious Origin 325A, which may be the next ship for you.